Hi, I'm Helen Garina, Director of Product at Language.io. I'm here to show you our translation plugin for Oracle incidents in the Browser User Interface, or BUI. Here we have a side-by-side view of an English-speaking agent's queue on the left-hand side and a sample customer portal in Russian on the right-hand side. The customer initiates an incident by submitting a form on the right-hand side. In the sample form, they fill in their email address, add a subject line, and I have a pre-written question that includes an industry-specific term for translation. On the left-hand side, the English-speaking agent receives the new incident, and once they open it up, they see that it's in Russian. This was determined by the customer's portal, which was in Russian, but Language.io can also auto-detect the language. Since this is not a language that the agent speaks, they go to the Language.io tab for translation. The plugin loads automatically with a visual text editor and the text in line. The agent selects to translate the text, notice that the industry-specific term in the incident is translated correctly as clip detect, not height difference recognition. This is determined by the company's glossary, and the Language.io glossary can handle hundreds or thousands of industry and company-specific terms to make translations as accurate as possible. If there are any issues with the translation and is not understandable, the agent also has the option to retranslate the content, which will either hit a secondary machine translation engine or a human linguist depending on your company's configuration. Language.io can also handle partial translations for incidents that come in with a lot of extraneous content, such as long footer text. The agent simply selects the part of the content they want to translate, hit translate, and the translation will appear in line. When the agent is ready to submit their response to the client, they go to the visual editor. As usual, they have the option to use their hotkeys via F8, and this will populate their standard text, including any variables. They can write the rest of the response as usual, and when they're finished, hit Translate Input. A successful translation appears in line below the original text, and if it looks good to the agent, they could select to Send to Messages tab to finish their workflow as normal. As you see, the text appears in their editor with no copying and pasting. If there's pre-translated content that the agent would like to add in a customer's language, they could do so with F8 and a hotkey, or if they're done with their work, then they could hit Save and Close to send a message. If later on the agent or a supervisor would like to review the interactions with this customer, they could see the public-facing transcript under Messages that contain the original Russian question and the translated agent response. Notice that the customer's name is correctly filled in from the variable, or they could also go to the Language.io tab to see the full transcript of every translation and original text. I hope you found this demonstration of incidents in the Oracle BUI helpful. If you have any questions about Language.io plugins, please don't hesitate to email us at support@languageio.com.